Alright then, welcome everybody to the stream. Hope we're all having a good day, night, evening, whatever. It's 1 AM for me, so kind of lost in terms of time. Today, as the title suggests, I am finally gonna spend a bit of time on my, what was supposed to be main character. When I moved over to Evernight, Tarvelad was the first character created. He is now the third highest character in terms of levels, and he is also not exactly the greatest geared. I almost feel like Palpatine could take out Tarvelad. I'm actually interested in the health difference, actually. Considering Palpatine should have, first off, I need to get him out the 16th hall, but secondly, he's got all level 85 gear, whereas I think... Actually, no, his jewelry is 75, but either way, I think that, if I remember correctly, Tarvelad's gear is like possibly 83-ish, or I think as low as 73. So that's fun. So I'm interested to see actually sort of, oh hey, it didn't put me in the 16th hall. That actually is nice. So 14,375. So 14,500. Let's, you know, add a little extra. Or just, we could have kept the same number. And then we have however much Tarvelad has. Yeah, I played him for a while, and then I kind of like stopped, and then I kind of played him again, and then I stopped, and then I didn't go back to him. Which is problematic, to say the least. Kind of need to give him some love. When the game loads. Cool. So actually, no, I'm at 16,000. Actually, not too bad. So I've got level 80 gear, 72, 83. Interesting. And then 83, 73. So I kind of have a mixed bag. Obviously, I have the extra pocket items, so that's also another thing. And then I also have the fact that I have a third weapon, which can also help in terms of stats. So I guess that's also something pretty high up there. I'm actually not too bad for my level. Gear-wise, we could certainly do better, but I don't think we're super under-leveled. I think we should be fine. Now, I think I have a level 90 bow. No, 89, 85. So I'll probably switch out to get the hunter's bows and sort that out. But I think we're actually, other than that, pretty well off. Surprisingly. I think my goal is 95. Really, I guess my goal is 100. I'd like to get an imbued at some point. Would be nice. Because I think if I can get an imbued, like focus on imbuement now. Let's just go chuck all these away. If I can focus on imbuement now, at least I've got an imbued when whatever happens with the revamp. And also, I can't just be holding out for the revamp, because then I'm just gonna like not have any gear, and then I'm gonna get left behind. Whereas if I like, you know, if I get to 100 and go, right, I'm not gonna do anything till the revamp's out, then I'm not gonna play the character for a while. Whereas if I play the character and get him to 130, for example, I will have Scrolls of Empowerment through that imbuement time, and Starlit Crystals and whatever, and then I'll just be fine. Like, it'll just convert over, assuming that that's how that works. Primag, do you want to stop doing? I assume I think I know what's going on. I think it is going by amount of items, and then at some point it is just filtering down, but I don't like it. I don't like the way it's doing it. I prefer if it didn't do it that way. Would be better, not gonna lie. So let's not have that happen, because it causes more issues than anything. I think this stuff is here because of my cook guild, of which I am on Journeyman, because I've only done it once. Be of service? That's fine. I did have a big list of like everything you need to do that, but kind of forgot. Not gonna lie. Dreary untidy mess. Level 95 quest. Search for some signs of survivors outside Isengard. Should we go do some Isengard? Maybe. You're telling me I could have gone to the 21st hall. That made my life so much easier. Okay. What's the quickest way for me to get to Isengard? I mean, Minas Tirith Midsummer to Minas Tirith Regular? I haven't got Galtrev. And that's kind of my issue. Party tree, that Entwade. I could sort of go Entwade, but that's not gonna take me quite where I want to go. Also, what's this? 10% virtue experience gain. Okay. Well, we could also go do that. That's another thing, right? Are you gonna be able to take me to regular? Karis Galadon from here? I mean, Karis Galadon from here isn't too bad. And then if I could go Karis Galadon to the other camp, to the first hall, to the thingy.
Well met.
And then from that, in fact, I'm a hunter. I probably have something. I don't have. Do I not have travel window? Oh, I bet you travel window is like bugged. I mean, that works. If I can just get Galtrev unlocked as well. To get out of Isengard, yeah. Because at least then I'm doing a 95 quest, and I can sort out my bow and everything like that. I actually have some scrolls of empowerment. I have stuff available to do what I need to do. And, yeah. Pretty happy with that. That's an 83. I always thought I should put that on, I think, but I could never decide if that was actually what I wanted to do. So that is part of the sort of set bonus stuff. It does give me more agility, more vitality. It loses me a lot of physical mastery though, and I gain crit and finesse. So I could probably do it, but I don't think it's particularly worth the trade-off. I was also thinking at some point, maybe when I get to 100, I think maybe if we have 100 as like a base current goal, I'm then going to try and get like all my gear sorted. So then I can have like, you know, all this gear at like, you know, whatever level, at level 100. And then do jewelry, maybe minus obviously these to until 105. And maybe I could just buy those extra two for that one at 105 and then this one at 120 and what have you. But just, yeah, just open a load of loot boxes or something, or even just do some lottery point farming. But I think it's quicker to open loot boxes overall, because it takes me, what, let's say an hour and a half to do a Eredluin run. That's 300 lottery points. Whereas if I do like open some loot boxes, oh sorry, motes of enchantment, it's 300 motes of enchantment, and I guess I do get lottery points out of it. But if I open up loot boxes, I can probably do that in like 45 minutes and open up 4, assuming that I'm not like doing a bunch and then because before I did 25 and then I was like, oh, I'll do them all in one big go. If I just do them as I go, it takes about 45 minutes. So every hour I can get at least what I think it was a minimum of 120 plus whatever you deconstruct. So that's a minimum of 45. So it's like 165 each. So it's a minimum of about 645 minutes. So, and with literally 0 effort, and just you can make some money sort of with the whole thing. Because you also get the extra items. Whereas I do get lottery points, but I don't need lottery points. Lottery points are nice, but I don't need them. I'm interested though. Isengard. Is it like what Isengard is it? Because like where, like, you know, there's two types of Isengard. I mean, I still need to get Galtrev, so there's a reason for me to come down here, but which Galtrev? Which Galtrev? Which Isengard is the issue? Yeah, I also have, in fact, I could maybe look up that on the auction hall, like, what is it? Class items? Hunter? Level 90? Let's put 80 to 90, so then at least I've got, like, an in-between. So there's a level 81, but I'm more looking for the, like, wow, yeah, 26 gold or 2 gold. But I think I'm more looking at the vitality one there. Like, I just want more health, ultimately. I think having the power cost could be useful at, like, endgame, but also I just want the health. Is that better? No, it's not. Okay. It's a similar thing to Palpatine, where at this point in time, there's kind of this massive jump in item level. So yeah. In fact, I do want to have a look. I assume Moat's gear is worse, but I just want to check compared to, like, level 90 / level 95 Taylor gear. I assume the 95 stuff just has to be better. But, like, you know, this is 83, this is, you know, 72, this is 83. Like, they have to be better. But I just wonder how much better, ultimately. So... And also, I've been working on my Gift to Go the brands. I have 118, which is pretty impressive, I think, for me at least. And that means I can buy myself a first stage sword and first stage bow as soon as we get to level 100, which is nice. And I could even go buy them right now today if I really wanted to. But I do think I'm going to hold off until I actually get to that level, just in case it does take me long enough that there is a revamp. For some reason it takes me that long. But I'm interested in medium armor, actually, not light armor. So Enduring Fangorn. So this will be level 95, but I'm just interested in the jump. I know it's going to be better, but I'm just interested in the jump. So skill, that's not as much as I actually expected. 5 more physical mastery. Obviously the crit increase is pretty impressive, and it's quite good for Hunter. Pretty big deal. The agility increase is significant, and so is the morale. That's what, it's 102 vitality, which is what, like 450 something, I think, health increase just from one bit of armor. That armor increase is also quite significant by about 2,600, and then the agility increased by about 115, which then converts into more physical mastery on top of the physical mastery we're already gaining. It's not as super duper jumpy as I expected it to be, but I'm also interested in, like, then Anorian stuff, because you only get the chest plate, the boots, the gaunt. Actually, no, you do get everything. I think the issue with Anorian stuff is it's literally all essence stuff, which kind of puts me off a little bit. I like the idea of essence stuff. I just think for some reason having no base stat and having only, like, you know, so these shoulder pads, for example, they have 1,018 morale and 147 fate, which is fine, but, like, there's no agility, which kind of, like, I don't know, it makes me feel weird, even though I could literally just put an agility essence on it. But I'd probably jump from the level 100 gear, or, as I said, at level 100, I'll just get, like, Moat's gear, more likely than anything. And then at 120, I'll buy Moat's gear again, and we'll use that to jump up to, you know, whatever level that is. Because I think crafted stuff a little bit later on can get a little bit messy. And then obviously 130, you know, as usual, we just go for some good old you know, stairs gear, probably. Do you want a couple stairs tier 1? I think if I really put my mind to it, I could probably get those 40 levels pretty quickly. It's just whether or not I have that motivation to continue with it. Like, not to say I don't want to play, but sometimes I don't want to play the same character over and over again. Maybe today actually playing the character will be fun, and I'll change my mind with that. But there's been days like with Palpatine, I'm like, yes, I'm into it. I want to play. But I think because I've just played so much Hunter, I just get a little bit meh with it. So this is my, what, 5th Hunter? Right? If we're not even counting, like, Shadowfax and Treebeard. So, yeah. It's a lot. But biggest thing as well is virtues. Loyalty I need to increase because apparently I wasn't increasing it. Oh no, I think I was getting it as a swap for, I think, Wit or Zeal, I can't remember, for the extra morale for a redline build. I think that was my next plan. So actually I'm not too far behind. 10 levels, 5 levels, 8 levels, let's see, 43 levels, 7 levels, so 9. Like, I'm back by Valor's my lowest. I don't think that's that bad. Obviously, once I get higher level, then it's going to be a significantly bigger deal. But I'm also eventually just going to be doing, like, virtual experience things on this character. And it's probably actually best if there's a virtue experience gain thing to start doing some deeding, actually. Because I actually don't know what my deeds are like on this character. So Bree is... I've done everything, it seems, but Wildwoods, which is kind of to be expected. Shire, I have done literally everything. Oh, damn. Erin Lewin, I have done everything bar Sarnor, so that probably won't take me too long to do if I can just get the damage type sorted. Lone Lands, I've done everything. Oh, I have done a lot on this character. Ah, I remember. So I got to Rivendell, and then I think I got a little... I don't really like deeding in Rivendell, not gonna lie. Not a huge fan about it. So, I think that's why I stopped. Though maybe if I push myself, we can complete the quest bit, and then the road to Rivendell, and then at least do the Explorer stuff. Like, even just doing Explorer should get us a decent way. And the Misty Mountains, I think the first, like, couple of regions up to North Downs, I'm pretty chill with. Wildwoods I just leave till a bit later, because technically it's a little bit of a later level, all things considered. 45-ish compared to Bree, which is like max 20. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I think I did more than I expected. So even if we were to cut and do some like Explorer stuff real quick to pick up a good, like, what, 10k, you know, at 5 levels or so. Doing missions on top of that as well, which I can also do with the Bjornings. If I do Bjornings, I can go, like, spend an extra, like... The whole thing with the Bjornings is I could do, like, an hour, or let's say I go do, Bilbo. I can do, Bilbo, takes, like, half an hour. The next day I do 5 of Bilbo again, and then I've already got my mission done. And then, you know, I can do that 25 times, you know, over like a week. And then, you know, those characters do slowly level up as well, which is slightly awkward, but the idea is that I could actually delete the characters after that and just redo them. Would be the ultimate sort of idea. Because again, more loot boxes, and then it resets the counter, so that's also another thing. But yeah, I could do that, and that's, you know, if I get the character boosts, that's 25 hours of double experience, which is something that I could use on this character as well, because there's no limit on that. I did say that Palpatine I wouldn't, but this character I will. I'm totally fine doing that for any reason. And then there's also just yeah, 50,000 virtue experience from that, which is pretty big. Like, that's a pretty decent amount of virtue experience to gain. I'm actually gonna go get this travel location, the Stable Master, just because it's a little bit closer. But yeah, 50,000. That's a lot. Like, and if I get 50,000, technically a week, you know,
friend of the Rohirrim.
that's a significant amount. And now, obviously, I do also slowly gain, like, I think 20 Lotro points at the moment per any one of these characters, up to 25 if I do it later. And then I can even increase that if I go for Cardinal and Trinket. So if I were to go around either getting marks or, you know, from stairs runs and stuff like that over, you know, this character, you know, Africa and Reneborn, let's say, you know, I could get a load of Cardolan trinkets or Mathams or what have you, or even just go farm them normally. And then, yeah, that's an extra, like, 50 Lotro points for every character, you know, if we did that properly. It'll probably be more like 1 of every 25, but, that was my original plan, is do like 25 a week, because then I can also get universal ingredient packs like every day that I keep them open, and then you know, I get a load of motes and I get a lot of figments, and just everything becomes a little bit easier. And when I do get my imbued weapon, then I can just level up my imbued to max, up to like 58, and then obviously 74 for all my side legacies. And yeah, I think that'll be something that I really want to do, is just I need to work out what level you just get a first stage, like an imbuement base level for a first stage. And then just make sure I have enough to work from that. But I don't think it's going to be too difficult. Because again, that's only 10 levels away. And like, although I'm not like leveling right now, I'm actually more exploring and just chilling for a bit. I'm more trying to catch up with the character, because that's the thing I need to do, is like, I need to go do Moria ultimately, because Moria is missing from this character. And that's a trait point, and similar to that, my skill deeds as well is something that you know, needs to be done, which I can start doing as we go. Probably do that after stream today. Actually, I need to go do Palpatines as well. So that gives me an excuse. Palpatines takes half an hour or so. So I do wonder how long this guys will take. But, you know, 10 days from now, a week, 2 weeks from now, we can have an extra, you know, 8 things. We need a Jolly Hunter sorted. I'm not going for promotion points at the moment, because I'm just not going to do that. And then I'm sure, have I done the books? I probably have done the books. Yeah, I've done the books. And I've actually, yeah, got 9 trait points I'm missing just from those. From the book and from the other thing. The other 8 trait things. And then if I really wanted to, I'm sure I could get at least promotion points 1 on my own. And then if I needed to, I could actually just probably, although the value, we've explained this before, the value is certainly not worth it, we could go and get ourselves the extra promotion points, because you can buy them for 10 a piece, but I can't remember how much they cost. Oh, what? I do not like this. What has happened here? I don't like it. That just feels wrong. I actually kind of like it, but I kind of don't. So let's say I need 100 of those. That's like 4,000 Lotro points. That's actually not too terrible, all things considered. For the amount of time you'd otherwise be putting into that, I can see that being a sort of like thing I'd be willing to do. And I think especially if I'm going to be doing a lot of Bjornings, I know obviously that's going to be like every, what, 20 Bjornings. If I'm getting 20 Lotro points, you know, 395 divided by 20 is, yeah, 20. So every week I could buy 10 Lotro points, 10 promotion points, technically. If I were to do 25 a week. You know, 10 weeks. And we've got that sorted. And that is just kind of like a slowly but surely kind of thing.
Greetings.
So that's now unlocked. I'm guessing, however, this is gonna be like Blooded Isengard that we need to go to, but I can't remember if I can get that. I wonder if I go in here, if I can exit to the Flooded. If not, we'll just go do whatever we were doing. I don't even know where we are. Echoes in the Dark, Chasing Shadows, 37, 53. I actually don't know where our final thing is. Ride for Harding. Oh yeah, I'm literally doing side stuff. The same side stuff that we've been doing with Palpatine, except I did it on this character first, obviously. Which is why it's so sort of recent in my memory. I am interested though to see if this is still available beforehand. I guess it makes sense that it would be, because it's literally about attacking Orthanc, I think, if I remember correctly. Because like the whole Saruman kind of thing. But yeah. Interesting. Also, I'm interested in how much does it take? How much virtue experience does it take to go from rank 1 to max? So it requires a total, currently 75, requires a total of 118,000 virtue experience. So, give or take, if we were to do the 25 things and do it like, you know, 25 things every week, it would take us 2 weeks to get a maxed out virtue. Obviously, assuming that we also had just some extra virtues put in there. Or just playing our character normally as well. So, that's actually not that bad. That's just from, like, the Beornings, from, like, you know, over the course, like, brief course of a week. So, yeah. That's something I might start doing. Obviously, like, it's a real pain because you can't stockpile them. I'd love to stack them and stockpile them for, you know, days like today, where you got an extra 10% virtue experience gain. Because then I could be like, oh, well, I get an extra 10% out of it. Clearly, that's good. I think this is northwest of the Westfold. Yeah, I think this is like, hey, you finished this. Let's go. I'm going to go to the summon to the Entwades, and then I'm going to hope that this takes me somewhere close to where I'm supposed to be. And then we'll continue on with this. And you never know. I think for a while I was getting better gear from, well, I certainly should be getting better gear from just my, my missions. Not missions, quests. So, hopefully, we should be good. Oh, interesting. So, this map. Yeah, this map. The whole quick beam. Yeah, so that's what I expected, is like the Entwood version is what would bring that up. But I guess I am doing Wildemore Ride for Harding. Right?
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
You know, 85 quests. So, Ride for Harding is... I don't even know where I am right now. Harding? Does that take me to here? Yeah. Oh, that's awkward. That's really far away. Also, across that bridge. Okay. It's only kind of awkward because it's literally stuff I've already done not that long ago. But hopefully because of that, it means I should be able to kind of not have to get confused about it. And again, it's, you know, side stuff, so I'm not actually doing the main stuff. And hopefully I can slowly get better gear. It will not let me climb like that. That's just insulting. And then, yeah, we also got Harding. Speak with Harding about Wildemort. Is that also a thing that's, like, close? Okay, so he wants me to meet there. Ride for Harding. When it's normally, like, Ride for Harding, it's, like, Ride if I was like ride for Edoras, it would be ride, like, you know, that's how they describe it. Ride for Edoras, like we ride for Edoras. But or Edoras, I think that's it. That's how they were pronouncing it. But yeah, I guess we'll just continue with that, get some rep, and then I guess it's nice that way. I'm doing the side content and I'm a little bit less repetitive from that. And obviously the other thing is moving slowly onto sort of this area is we actually have to do that for another trait point, so it's obviously still worth doing as we progress. So yeah, there's also that aspect. I do wonder what the last completed quest I had was, because it's been a while. Shores of Evendim, maybe? I think I literally skipped pretty much everything, like main quest-wise here. So I'm gonna have to catch up, but it's nice because it doesn't require me to do that to do anything. Like I can still do side content just by playing normally. In fact, actually, we should probably do the whole option thing about auto. No, auto. Auto accept. Always accept automatic quests. That's what I'm trying to say. And where is this? Because yeah, I should be over leveled for like an enemy like this. Even though my gear is a little under leveled, I should be able to get away with it, I would have thought. Though that said, because of sort of the amount of these enemies, I might be a little bit stuffed. But if I can kill these guys, it does kind of prove that I'm a bit better at not dying on this character compared to, you know, certain characters by the name of Palpatine. At least to warbands, because I probably wouldn't have gone for that warband with Palpatine, but I think I just feel more comfortable with this character. So I'm at least more okay with doing it. We got 5 chunks of Riddermark Skarn. That is actually more useful than it seems. So I got 50 marks, 6 medallions, and then 5 chunks of Riddermark Skarn. So yeah, the Riddermark Skarn is actually pretty useful. And all things considered, I think one of the big differences actually could be the damage over time. Not gonna lie. Damage over time could be a very big thing for us. Ooh, actually, you know that whole max power thing I was chatting about? Maybe. Maybe it's worth it. Oh, this is going to be annoying. Like, what's it called? Whisper... No. Westfold Book of the... And then I'll find the different version, and then I'll look up the specific... Wind Rider, right? Haha. I know how to search for things. So we're going to be looking for like Minas Ithil one. So it's only like an extra 2,000 power. But that said, your power kind of stops at like 6,000. So I could see it being useful. Nonetheless, at least we got that quest started. So I've done Langholden the Wold stuff. I'm not sure if that's the one that gives you the trade point. But I guess that's another thing. We can start looking at like our deeds and see where we sort of our placement is in terms of deeds. So yeah. Ultimately, it would be nice to, at least for the meantime, it could be an idea, especially with the virtual experience thing, just spend a little bit of time doing, maybe get to 100 first, as our, like, first goal. And then maybe we should then go to do our virtues, because might as well make sure of that 10%. Hey, thanks for the raid. Hope we're all doing well. Oh yeah, this is that area. Totally forgot where I was. I was like, this place seems familiar. I just came the other way last time. Okay. I'm going to do my patented run past the enemies and hope they don't kill me. Hey, hey. How we doing? Hope we're doing well. Hope we had a good stream as well. Just thought I'd pop on for a little bit tonight. I promised I would actually take care of what is supposed to be my main character. It's like my first character I made when I moved servers. And I promptly got him to level 90 and then never touched him again. Which I kind of feel bad for. So when people ask me, like, what my favorite class is, you know, I'm like, it's Hunter. You know, I've got 2 maxed Hunters on Arkenstone, and then I come over here and I've got level 90. And it just kind of feels like, is it really your favorite? Casual Sleepy Moria. There. It's actually, I wanted to level up my Hunter on Anor recently, actually. But I realized he's level 50 and just before Moria, and I've just done so much Moria recently that I don't know if I can right now bring myself to do it like 5 times in a row. But I really want to get him sorted. Unfortunately, Moria's not quite one you can skip because of the trait point. So I think if it was like, you know, Shadows of Angmar or whatever, I could get away with it. You know, I could lose the 20 Lottery points and I'd probably be fine. I could probably go to sleep and be happy still. But yeah, that trait point, I don't even think I've got it on this character though, to be fair. I'm pretty sure I like did what I need to get a legendary weapon and then went, yeah, I'm bye. Not my problem anymore. But to be fair, I've actually just been really enjoying Rohan again. I think not only do I think it looks really nice, obviously minus the whole Warsteed ice skating thing, but no, I just really like the area. It's been a while. It was the last region I unlocked. Last like proper quest pack on expansion I unlocked before Moria. No, not Moria, Mordor, sorry. Or what was the next one? Minas Morgul. So it was nice to finally go around and enjoy it. Wow. Invisible walls are my favorite thing. To be fair, actually, I don't know if anybody else has been having this issue, but I've been like teleporting through stuff recently. Not even just on my Warsteed. I was like crossing a bridge in Mirkwood yesterday because I decided I was going to do my roving threats, and then I realized that my main character or my highest level character hadn't done Mirkwood yet, so I hadn't unlocked Mirkwood, so I couldn't like, you know, I hadn't done the expedition stuff, so I couldn't go there. I've been teleporting through everything, like bridges. But it doesesn't ping me back like a Warsteed normally does. And I've done it on regular steeds as well. I don't know if my game's just like really freaking out, which is entirely possible.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught. These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
I haven't had it happen yet today, but I think because Rohan's just so open, it's very difficult to run into much. But hopefully, I don't know, maybe we could get to level 91 today. I mean, this stuff's not too underleveled. It's only like 5 levels. I mean, my gear's more underleveled. It's kind of sad to look at my gear. But that's why I've just got to open 100 more loot boxes and then totally fine. The amount of motes I'll get. Also, looking at my hotbar, I really saw my hotbar. I'm actually kind of sad by it. Lick the horse. Well, we do have the good old hobby horse. So, maybe we should be on the best horse. Unfortunately, I can't attack on that horse. And I kind of refuse to use Warsteed combat, so not going to happen. Sorry. I will use Warsteed combat when they make a Yeah, I will use a War Steed combat when they make a hobby horse War Steed. Been some time? Well, good to see you back. Thank you for the 5 months. It's been that long. It's crazy to think. It's been a while. But I am hoping to get back into a bit more of a consistent schedule soon. Today was one of those days where I was like, I could have like finished like 2 hours earlier, but just because they couldn't send me home, kind of like, because they still sort of needed me, just in case. I had to stay. It's kind of annoying. I was so bored today. I was literally like, I've done everything. A little bit. So the reason I got put on so many nights is because a load of people from the night team, like night shifts, left, and I can do everything in every department. So I'm like a kind of go-to person if you just need someone, which basically meant that I got put on the nights to cover them, and we've recently hired some new people, so hopefully they'll take over that, and then I go back to my regular shifts, and then I think I said I can get back to like regular streams, just maybe starting at 7 instead of 8. So like just an hour different, or 7 instead of 6, sorry. So it's like an hour later. But it's better than like 2 a.m. I guess. A little bit. But then we can stream till later anyway, so it's fine. What am I supposed... What? Oh, okay. Sorry, I completely missed quest. So, this one is the worst winter in memory. I do remember this quest. I never did the Deadly Freeze, though, so... Yeah. My time. Zog time. Not banana time. Or ghost time. All very different things. There we go. It's a weird kind of place where we get 2 sets of hides. Kind of nice. I think once I get to 95, I'll probably make myself some guild gear. The guild 95 gear. And then, I don't know, does Anorian have 105 gear? Or is there... I guess Anorian would only have 100 gear. And then Doomfold, does that kind of just jump up to like 115, 112? There's a lot of like 112s of Doomfold, I think. But, I'll probably get to 100, do gear, then sort of bash out 120, as easy as it sounds. I don't have a good one. I need to find... I've lost what I'm trying to find. Oh, no, I did find. Oh, it's the frozen pond. It's not even an item. It's just a thing. I'm dumb. But yeah, I think I'll get to 100, get Moat's gear. Then I'll get 120, get Moat's gear. And then I'll, like, get 130. And then go stairs, embers. Maybe I could... So, if I understand correctly, I should be able to do Remachant on my champion. And then purchase the gear for my hunter through that. So... that's useful. Because I think I was going to do the same for my... That is really awkwardly placed. I was going to do the same for my mini. So... I should be able to do that. From my understanding. Because it should just be bound to account. So yeah. Sounds like a plan. But then I actually have to do a raid. You know? Got like... do something. I feel like the one time I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to do this raid, and then nobody's going to be running Remachant for any reason, and then I'll just be like, oh, well, I guess I can't do this raid. Yeah, I probably end up doing Romachan on Champion. Because Champion is, well, like 130, and I can guarantee that I've, like, got at least some consistency there. But. I'm not too sure. There's like 154 people on the game right now. I meant to today, actually. So, I want to go through, like, Remichan. Like, not... Hey. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully we will have a good stream. That is hopefully the plan. That's all I can hope for when I click that start streaming button. That nothing goes horribly wrong. But, yeah, on the topic of Remichan, I really need to do this because this is just something mentally I have to do. I can't just jump into it. I hear people say, oh, tier 1's easy because, you know, you got tier 5 and that's where it's actually difficult past tier 3 or whatever. But for me, someone who's never done it before, I get very, like, specific about it. Like, I feel like I need to be useful. I don't want to be carried. I always joke about being carried or whatever, but, you know, carry the streamer and all that. But I like to at least know what I'm sort of doing and be able to help. So I need to, like, go through it and actually just watch a whole run, which I just haven't had a chance to do yet. I meant to do it today, but I kind of forgot. Actually go through it and just, like, just understand at least the basics. So that I can at least feel like I'm not just slithering about doing absolutely nothing of value. Even if it ends up being like that. As long as I don't feel like that, and I can say I tried my best. I just killed you. Then I'll be happy with myself. And I think if I get comfortable enough with it, then I can get Ghost to do it, and then Ghost can have the helmet that he wants. We are playing on Evernight. Currently. Yes, Evernight. I kept slipping up recently and saying I was on Arkenstone. Kind of confused me. It's like the longest name. I wonder what the longest name of an enemy is. Like a normal enemy. I feel like boss enemies may be longer, but... So like of the blah 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 blah. Like have titles. Not really sure. I will say though, I'm having less issues than I thought I would. I kind of expected because of my gear to level, like, sort of difference in my gear levels. I thought I'd be struggling, but all things considered, considering I'm at 173 out of what, 200? Or was it 250? I can't remember. But, yeah, 173.2% of my physical mastery with pretty meh gear. Like, this stuff isn't great compared to, like, on-level stuff. But it does have a decent amount of physical mastery. But besides the point. That stuff's not the best, but it's passable. That's level 73. This is 83. Like, these are 7 levels below. That's 17 levels below. That's 17 levels below. That's 20 levels. 7, 7, 18, 10, 10, 10, 10. Like, I've got stuff that's, like, 20 levels under. And I'm still pretty decent. And my sword and bow are under leveled. Actually, yeah, that's something I meant to do. I was supposed to meld, wasn't I? Oh, interesting. A Vitality Might. Because I am looking to upgrade. Reckle Soul, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I am interested though. Obviously, damage increase is pretty significant. Obviously, the Vitality is more, but obviously it's Might. So it's a meh, and obviously I lose physical mastery and the crit. This, however, is also Might. Why am I getting so many Might things? I swear you get Might when you're Agility or Will, and then you always get, like, the stat you don't want. It just feels like that. But it's because you're looking for a minority. It's like, I always feel like when I'm playing Hunter, for example, that I will never get a Hunter legendary drop, and I'll get every other class. But that's because there's 9 other classes. So it's only a 1 in 10 chance that I will actually get it. So that's why, you know, it's quite obvious why it feels that way. But I don't like it. Yeah, I don't know if I ever go around saying, I think the reason I'm better off with these than on Palpatine is because Yellow RK has no damage over times, which means I can at least run away and still be doing something. And also Blood Arrow means I have, actually, I think a worse heal, ultimately. But I still think the damage over times are a significant difference. And that's why I can, you know, I can take on a bit more than Palpatine can. That, and I'm 5 levels higher. But that said, I think I have worse gear. So I don't know how I feel about that. Cool. Okay, so let's just go complete a bunch of side stuff. It's just how my life goes now. Though it is the entire reason we're here. I want to complete 22 quests because I just like the side stuff at the moment. I've done a lot of the main quests, and also it gets me deeds completed, which then slowly levels up all my stuff. So I have no objections. I think it's just doing side content. Even though this doesn't even give me the virtual experience on it. It'd be pretty cool if we could get to 91 today. Because then that's another trait point, and I can actually put that into something else. And I can start looking into a red line build. When I get to 100, that is actually something I need to do is I'm going to have a blue line and a red line. Because I personally enjoy playing blue line more for at least general landscape stuff. But I can see the why red line is preferred for like raid stuff and like instance content and stuff like that. So having the ability to like just actually have a full switch would be nice for obviously it's double the work.
These are desperate
but
times for the Rohirrim.
if I get them to at least like 58 on the Starlight Crystal, and what would it be after that? It would be 74 on the Scrolls of Empowerment. I'm okay with that.
I do not
Autumn
know
Frost,
if
thank
we
you
will
also
survive
for
this
follow.
onslaught. These are
Oh,
desperate times
is this
for
the same thing I did
Rohirrim.
last time where I was like, I ran
I am
away?
afraid
I was like, ah, it's
what
going to be
is
a quest, so I'll
happening
go
to
out there.
these lands.
Cool. Always doing that. Humbled.
I am
I am
afraid of
humbled
what is
by
happening to
the
these
ability to
lands.
speak to you. Oh my god, that was a terrible joke.
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Sorry, free on Steam, never played it before, gonna give it a try. Not sure to make your first character. I personally tend to
These are
suggest
desperate
either
times for the
Hunter
Rohirrim.
or Champion for a sort of first
I do not
character.
know if we will survive this
They
onslaught.
are kind of the easiest, I think, to get the hang of, depending on your sort of play style. Obviously, Hunter being a ranged, Champion being a melee, or, you know, yeah, melee. That's just how that works.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
So, those are my general, like, starter suggestions, but, there's plenty. There's, what, 8 classes, I think, to start with? And then Warden and Runekeeper are behind Moria unlock. Slash, whatever unlock. I think all classes are pretty good. I used to hate Guardian, but I think I'm pretty chill with Guardian. I was actually going to play Guardian tonight instead of Tavalad, but I promised myself. I am currently playing as Hunter, which is sort of my main class. I've been playing as Hunter for 9 years. This is, I think, my 6th Hunter overall. 5th or 6th. I've got 2 maxed Hunters on one server, this one on this server. I think it's only 4 then, actually. But either way, My favorite class, personally. Need some hunter love? We do. You know, I feel bad saying that it's my main character and then it's here. But again, if I go on Arkenstone, I do have a, you know, Tar Valad and Ennis Eel. And, you know, I care enough about the characters to make 600 plus videos. I know, not even 600 plus, it is 600 videos on the dot. Soon to change, though, with good and bad. Might even do some streams on Tar Valad on Arkenstone. If that's something people are interested in, just sorting out his virtues, or I might just do that sort of in my free time. Because if I can just get embers and stuff, then I can start getting basic stuff, basic gear. Like if I can just get a full set of embers gear, or even if I just unbox a load of loot boxes at 130. But like if I can get full embers gear, I'll be pretty happy, which is however many embers. It's a lot, I know, but I think it's probably worth the effort for that character.
Our mission is
Honestly, though, the amount of, like, even money or, like, whatever converted to lottery points or even just pure money that I would pay to just get Tar Valad transferred to the server, I'd love that. If I could get Ennis Eel and Tar Valad on Evernight, I would do it. But it's just a pain I can't transfer from a US server to an EU server, which is, in my opinion, a bit of a dumb limitation. I've heard reasons for it, but I still think it's dumb. But maybe that's just me. It's like the, you know, they don't want my money. I want to give you my money to transfer.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Oh, it's this dude again. I mean, again, we haven't met him yet. I don't know what you're on about. We actually haven't. We haven't done any of this stuff. We haven't even met Nona. Nona's the best. We do love Nona, though. Or at least I love Nona. But he's really asking for death. He literally was like... Just chilling. What's this stupid... Frozen Power. Standing too near saps the something from you. Health? The will to live? I don't know. Ooh, lesser bow, lesser club. Not great, considering I would like a legendary bow. Please. But I am looking for a upgrade to my sword, as I said. Because, like, yeah, even the item level difference. 84 to 125. Just from that, like, couple levels. I want to like DDO. There's these just things. DDO is confusing for me because it would make sense that you take the best of both so that they kind of like, I guess you don't want them to be the same game, but you would take like the good thing. Like the map in this game is significantly better than DDO's map. I hate DDO's map. I like it. But the fact that you can move it and scale it. But I hate the fact that every time I move or whatever, it just resets my position. What if I want to be moving through the streets, right? I want to move through the streets, right? And then scroll over to where I actually want to go so I can work out. That's all I want to do, game. Let me
aid the
find
horse
it.
lords.
I think some of the character animations in DDO, though, are nicer. I prefer the jumping animation in DDO. Play with Ghost and let one improve. I'm not sure I could get Ghost to play DDO. I mean, Ghost hasn't played Lotro for like 2 weeks or something like that. Which is kind of sad. That's why I had to stop Palpatine. I said Palpatine would not outlevel Dampe. And Dampe is 85. And Palpatine is 85. So... he is okay. I just think his subscription ran out and he didn't have the money to renew it for this month. Or like to spend on it extra. So he was like... yeah. He was waiting until he gets paid.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
It's kind of sad though. I haven't seen Lindral for a while. Keep joking that I'm
These
going to
are
outlevel
desperate
Lindral
times for the Rohirrim.
on Palpatine.
I'm afraid
Even
of
though
what is happening to these
you can't
lands.
out level Max. So, not how that works.
Hail, traveler. Are you here to help us?
Baffled with the great ice spikes and exhausted from... I think he also went on vacation as well, so it's not exactly like he's had a chance to play. That was another thing. Sent me a picture of a very nice looking, like, lodge. And I was like, I'm jealous. Not gonna lie. Gundabad. I'm trying to get him to unlock Remachant at the moment. That's like my big thing. He wants that, like, that helmet cosmetic, and I'm like, right, to unlock that, you have to do Remachant Tier 1. I was like, to unlock Remachant Tier 1, you've got to go and get this quest chain done to unlock Remachant, to do the raid, to then get this. And he doesn't want to do it. I mean, yeah, there is the level increase in that. I will be trying to get to 140 as soon as possible, I think.
I begin to doubt our chances
That's
for
at least my
survival.
plan. Though that said, depending on how they they decide to release stuff, I might go all in on Brawler for a little bit. I've sort of somewhat jokingly said that I'm going to main Brawler upon release, and while it may not be maining Brawler, it could be sort of the main focus.
These are
For,
desperate times for the
first
Rohirrim.
Hobbit Brawler. I mean, I'll be
I'm
interested to
afraid
see
of
what
is
actually
happening to these lands.
is allowed. I want to make a fight club. That's what we should do. I mean, I'm not so opposed to hobbits anymore, but I also kind of like, I don't know. For me, sometimes you see a class as a certain race, and then it kind of feels weird if it's anything else, right? So, for me, I do see, you know, Hobbit being burglar. I see elves as being hunters, and you know, there's that sort of thing. And yeah, there's kind of ones that I kind of associate. For me, I associate Brawler with Dwarf because I remember, and I don't know if I'm making this up because nobody else seems to remember this, but I swear there was a, it must have been a stream with Cordovan where he mentioned, I swear it was him, where he mentioned the sort of inspiration behind Brawler was there was a story of a dwarf king or something like that that only hit, like, didn't use weapons, like only punched his opponents. And I don't know if I'm just imagining that to add to the character or to justify my Brawler dwarf thing, or if it actually happened. I do think One Punch Man is already taken though. Either that or it's on the filter. Yeah, character cannot be added. So either someone has the character name, or he's talking about Howl Hammerhand. I mean, this was a while ago, so I can't remember fully, but yeah, I don't know if it was, well, because you know, you got like the inspired by when you make a character. I'm sure it will show up on there if there is actually something. It's like Haldir is the you know, the inspiration for Warden, for example. I'm pretty sure there's like 2 Haldirs as well, which is another weird thing. There's a corpse of an enemy. Normally that means there's like something on him, but maybe. Are these guys just dying? Oh, so maybe they don't respawn? What's occurring here? I'm a puzzled. I'm a confused boy. I don't understand. Okay. Well, either way, let's kill another 2 of these, and yeah, I'm kind of interested in brawler. I mean, ultimately, if it gets to, like... I am on Evernight. If it gets to the time it releases and I play it and I'm not a fan, then I probably won't play it. But, you know, you never know. I might just get super really into it, and that becomes my life. And, you know, Tarvelard the Brawler is born instead for some weird reason. Maybe one day. I'm sure that rabbit is not relevant in any way. Pick up. Yes, his horn. Found it. I hope they actually release beforehand the release dates for Gundabad though. That's sad. Because I do want to book off work on Gundabad's release. I want to book off like the week it releases. Because, well, yeah, I just think, I sort of just want to do a lot for it. There's not too often you get like an expansion. But I can't remember too well, but I do feel like I can't remember SSG having a great track record with announcing too far ahead of time. It's more like a day or two behind, sometimes it feels like. Maybe with expansions it's a bit different. I mean, at least with the Legendary servers, I feel like they've been a bit lackluster on announcements. But that could also just be me not paying as much attention because I haven't played Anor for a while. Like, I think if you're on the server and kind of in the know and looking for it, you kind of understand more, but I only found out, like, the release date for Mordor on Anor through someone on stream. So, maybe I'm just not paying attention enough. But yeah, I guess with the expansion, at least they should have, like, because you can pre-order, or I assume they'll let you pre-order, like they've done before. That I'm going to assume that there'll be some sort of release date. Will this water freeze me? Is the next question. No. I feel like it should though. But all right, cool. I ain't gonna whine about it. I ain't gonna go complain. So yeah. Right. Oh yeah, so my thing still needs a reforge. Have I yet got a bridle? I did. I put it up there because nobody cares about legendary bridles. Let's be honest. I hope, at least, that they do something with, like, I want imbued bridles that actually, like, would make maybe war steeds a bit more useful. And I think the legendary item revamp is the perfect excuse for it. Hopefully. I don't think it's going to happen. Kind of hope it's going to happen. Because it's always been a weird kind of thing. You get a level 100 one, and then you don't even need a level 100 one. I think on one of my characters, I've still got the 85 second age that you get. Because it's just not a thing to, like, to even think about. But I want it to be a thing. I want another thing to upgrade. Okay, so cool. That was a lot shorter of a dungeon than I expected it to be. I kind of expected that to be kind of a more bigger tomb. Not gonna lie. So I got level 85 runestone. I've also got an 85 Captain's Axe and Champion's Rune. No Hunter Bow yet. Still sad. Still a little bit upset about that. I actually want to have a look though. I keep meaning to do it. I keep forgetting to do it. Let's go melding and in here. And I wonder, does it actually show stats? It does. I'm interested in base damage compared to main damage. Obviously, that's going to be only a little bit more because of just the way that the difference is between 89 and 90. But I'm also interested in the sword being a 5 level increase. Still not too much, though. I don't even know where I got that one from because that's a different design, which means I may have bought it off of like a something. Normally it doesn't have that design. There's like there's a design for like crafted ones, and there's one for like melded ones, and then dropped ones. And I think they're all different. I could be completely lying about that. Probably won't worry too much. I'm clearly not struggling. So I think we're fine. And I've got some pretty lackluster, I think, virtues on here. Like, I literally have put quick shot damage up and Heartseeker up, which is fair. Induction bow damage, nah. Trap damage, AoE, press onwards. So yeah, literally I have press onwards, quick shot, and the Heartseeker, which I don't even think I've used Heartseeker today. I need to use Heartseeker more. I just kind of forget it exists occasionally, and I kind of feel bad. Because I used to use Heartseeker all the time. I kind of just forgot. Which is kind of something I do too much. Right. So yeah, I think my minimum goal for tonight, as said earlier, is level 91. I think we were 900,000 experience away at the start of the stream. So that means we've gained 600,000 experience.
I am afraid of what is
So
happening to these
that's
lands.
pretty... Like, that's a lot. You know? For like an hour and a half or something like that. To think in that hour and a half... Well, actually, how much of that was just me traveling around trying to find places. Go to Isengard and such. But I could probably have gone away with using a double XP tome and probably been leveled up by now. But I wonder how much of it is we're getting, like... So it's a level 85 quest, so we're getting less experience, right? But because it's level 85, we're completing them quicker. Like, does that level out? Like, if we're doing a level 90 quest, we'll probably do a level 85 quest quicker than a 95 because we'll be killing stuff quicker, right? But we're gaining more experience for the 90. But does the 85's speed equal the you know? Probably not. Or more specifically, probably not something I need to worry about in any way whatsoever. And instead, just do more quests. That the XP number goes up, and that's all that matters. Ultimately. Yeah. I don't know if we get the deed done. Like, if we get this done, do I then decide to go further? Or probably, more than likely, it should have a vector that sends us to another area. So, because we've done, like, a warband or two, which adds on to the number. And normally there's, like, a few more quests than actually is needed for each of these. So there's probably, like, 25 quests. So we'll probably be a little bit over. But then they'll send us somewhere else. It's normally the way it happens. But it's been a while since I've done all these because I have done all these quests before. It's just been a very long time. Like, the main bit of Rohan is kind of somewhat fresh in my memory. Especially since I did some of it 2 days ago. But, am I going to rubber band? Yes. You call it rubber banding. I call it teleportation. Just counteractive. counterintuitive. Yeah, counterintuitive teleportation. Clearly all it is. Another good thing about this is when I do come back and actually do the epic, because I do want to get the epic done. I see no reason not to have the epic completed.
It's a sad thing to watch your lands down.
When I come through, I'll just have
These
all the
lands
stable masters, and I can
were
just go A to
once
B, and then I don't have to do side content as well. And I won't get distracted, and I'll actually kind of be pretty quick. And also, I'll be pretty over leveled, so there's also that. And hopefully, I know I'm not normally one to say this, I kind of hope that my horse is leveled up. I can't remember the max level for a horse. But yeah, we'll get there nonetheless.
We are a
I assume
strong
it's over
lot.
like
We
30
will
or 40,
survive.
but I could be wrong. I just saw a quest icon that I could have probably picked up. Probably should have done that. But I'm just going to follow whatever chain it gives me. So, find the memorial dedicated to Alferth. Light the memorial flame for Garwig's fallen grandson. And collect orc heads and wooden stakes. So, are those from enemies or from a location? Looks like from a location. And I assume we also have a warband to take care of as well. Fun times. Oh, this is nice. And then there's also some mean old orcs. I'm sure I have to take out 4 of them. Defeat orc scouts near Alferth's memorial. I feel like with landscape quests, it's just one of those things where it's like your character has decided I should do this. Like, oh, this kind of feels wrong that there's some orcs over here. I should probably take care of that. I could go and leave without it. It just makes me feel like my character is more nice. You know. I gotta kill more stuff? I mean, wait a minute. Let me go kill more stuff, because I feel bad that there's so many enemies near this gravesite. Voz, no. Voz, get back here. Oh, you have more morale than I expected. Let's get away from here. I might desperate fly out of here, actually. Probably for the best. Feels weird that you can't desperate fly while running. That would seem like sort of a perfect... Like, I need to run away. If I stop, I die. You know. I'll defeat all the enemies except Voz, because that's just not going to happen. I'm going to die. Though completing these 3 actually will give us... you're a Walkmaster. Will give us the deep completion, which is nice. So I need Bowmasters. It's kind of annoying when you got this like specific type of enemy you got to take out, because oh, they're more closer to here, I guess. Because there's one. Because then you got to like find that specific one. If it's just like defeat 4 enemies around here, it'd probably be fine. Yeah, you got to specifically find the right one. Cool. And then we'll wait for 2 more to show up. I might even, in a little bit, maybe once we've but like once we've done this kind of area and we kind of go back to a central location, especially since we've unlocked some more stable masters now, I might go back to Bree real quick. And I have 1,700 motes, and it's 1,500 for a blue box. And I might go pick up a blue box. Not open it. But then, hey, 10k rep as well. I might go pick up a blue box and then just keep an eye on the gear. Because I think this is, yeah, this is, epic battle gear. So that's fun. But like, yeah, again, the level like 72 cloak, especially with the essence slot. I could have got some essences to get that a little bit better. But I think essences at lower levels are kind of garbage. Pure physical mastery could have been an interesting one, but it's just getting the right one could be a bit of a pain. Right, what am I supposed to be killing? It's supposed to be defeating the captain near Cathard's Memorial. Well, I found the captain at least. Oh, I expect him to have a lot more morale than that, so that's fine. You also notice how all the like the steed experience, you would have gained 370 if you'd been mounted. Just kind of, it's just like trying to make you feel bad. It's like you should have been mounted. I'm, yeah. Just feels weird, especially in places where you can't even do mounted combat. I swear there are like some places there either you can't do mounted combat or like mounted combat just doesn't work. Like I think it's, yeah, if you're like in a cave or something, it will still say the same thing. If like you should have been mounted combat, then you would have got more experience. I'm like, I can't though. I can't do mounted combat. I don't want to, but I can't. So that said, the only thing I need to do is do that, go down here, get myself some sacrifice, which for some reason I can't obtain. Why can't I get sacrifice? Deep reserve. Oh, it's got to be a 2-2. Okay, that's fine. I thought it was only a tier 1. Mounted combat harder? No. There's 2 things you need in mounted combat. Only 2 things. That is sacrifice and dash. Then you're all good. Nothing else matters. And then everything else just goes up here. Or if you're me with my war steed on my champion, just take them off. Remove them. Don't even need to be there. I think for the longest time, it's just like, get somewhere quicker, don't die. Well, not don't die. The don't let your horse die is the whole sacrifice thing, because they never ended up scaling it up, like the health-wise, as you level. It's not based on your level, which I think would make sense, is maybe based on your morale. Maybe it could increase or something like that. Or just based on your level, it would be X amount. But, it's just weird that I'm just thinking about myself, like, cutting off their heads for some reason. I mean, I'm killing them, so it's not really too much extra, but yeah, it's just when you have, like, 2k morale for your horse and an enemy does, like, 10k damage, you're like, oh, well, that's useless. I have had some like, status effects from, like, level 100 enemies from when I was doing roving threats, and you get, like, you know, 6,000 damage every 2 seconds. You get on your war steed and immediately it's dead because it's taken like 6,000 damage. It's just like, well, okay. Need to click sacrifice harder. That's how I find out I have status effects on me sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah. That's why I can't ride my horse. Okay, so I need to collect 2 more stakes. I don't need to kill any more enemies necessarily. I do need to burn some more banners, and I do need to fight someone. Find and defeat Nagri. Is that a snake? Is that the snake from that's Nagini. It's gonna, like, my brain was trying to work out a joke for some reason, and it just didn't work. It makes me look like I don't know. Anything good? Hunter's bow? No, okay. I don't know why I'm so out here trying to get a hunter's bow of the 3rd age. I can literally make one. Just not worth it. Gotta save my shards. I've got so many hunter's bow of the 3rd ages at level 100 to make. Don't you know how much I've got to do? Then I gotta do a load of halls of crafting to level them up, and then deconstruct them, and then deconstruct the things and get shards, and to make more. To get the legacies out. It takes so much time. Oh, actually, I've also realized I need to buy a lot of... I'm going to buy some of those crystal-y things, right? Oh, what are they called? I can't remember, but the thing that adds an extra legacy onto it. I'm going to have to go and get myself some of those. I think I've got one already. Hey, T-posing Hawk. We love it. I think I've already got one somewhere. I assume it's on Carriol. Why are you randomly T-posing? I mean, I don't hate it, but... Hey, Hunter's Bow, finally. 85, though. Can I use this? Do those have item levels? No, just minimum levels. But yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, if I'm gonna go for a red line and a blue line set, then I'm gonna have to fork out for some of those, I think. I mean, ultimately, money isn't a huge problem for us. I do love... I don't know why. I just really love T-posing enemies, but kind of no reason whatsoever. The fact that my... You know, every time I make a Bjorning, I T-pose for the first 5 seconds clearly shows that, you know, Bjorning is the best character. That's just how it is. I gotta find this dude. Where is this dude? They're all T-posing. I don't like it. I feel so inferior. Yeah, that's the word, right? Spent so much time just speaking today that I've somehow forgotten how to speak normally. Hunter's Hammer of the 3rd age. That's another thing, right? Going back to the whole... Ages ago we said this, but the whole, like, I see certain classes as certain races, right? I can't see my hunter ever using an axe or a club or a hammer or anything like that. That said, I am currently using a club. Ignore that. But, yeah, I can never see myself, like, for an end game item using that. Maybe because, you know, there's the whole, like, 5% sword damage thing. But I think even just from a... Like, even if that wasn't a thing, I couldn't do it. I mean, I kind of liked using an axe on my burglar. But that's only because normally... Well, I would want a dagger, ideally. But I didn't have a dagger. And I had basically the same... There was an axe and a hammer. No, an axe and a dagger, sorry. They both had the same stats. It's just I got more damage percentage from the dagger. So that was the only upgrade. Which obviously was an upgrade. But it, you know, I wasn't going to cry myself to sleep about it. However, another reason I did it is because normally you can't use an axe on a burglar. However, if you have a stout axe burglar, you can. Which is why I still need to load up my Runekeeper. And I want to find out if my stout axe Runekeeper can have an axe. Because I would find that incredibly funny if I could. But more than likely, it's probably just like, yeah, not like available. Though I have made the character, and I know for a fact it does have the passive. What was it on here? Yeah, it does have the passive for one-handed axes on Runekeeper. So technically, it should be doable. Yeah. Also, today I learned I have a Vitality rank 1 on here for some reason. Don't know when that happened, but it did. So that's good to know. Do we think we're gonna level up from this? Do we think we're gonna end up being put to the next region? I think we'll probably have one or two more quests, and then they'll be like, yeah, now you can go. Now you can leave us. Right. I don't know why, but I would not trust this bridge. Even though I think it's just... It doesn't seem to have any supports under it. I just be terrified that one day I'm just gonna, like, fall
It is a sad
through.
thing to watch your lands die. The White Wizard has taken everything from us.
Oh, the White
It's a
Wizard.
sad thing to
Oh, I
watch
assume
your
they're talking
lands
about
die.
Saruman?
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Done.
I am afraid of what is happening.
Am I gonna
to
have
these
a
lands.
solo instance, and then am I
White
gonna get
Wizard
put
has
into the
taken
next
everything
thing?
from us. These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Yes, you already told that to me. You already said.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Follow and speak.
These
I wish there was a
lands
follow
were
for
once
NPCs.
So fair.
Be kinda
The
nice.
White Wizard has
Because then you
taken
could just be
everything
following.
from us.
You'd be the same speed.
Garwig, the Reeve of
You know.
Rildemore, has been summoned by a
It'll be nice.
disturbance at the western gate of Forlaw.
It is a sad thing to watch your lands die.
Orcs at the gate. I remember this. Somewhat briefly.
It's a sad thing to watch your lands die.
In Forlaw or like in Forlaw, or like are we counting the outside as you know? I'm assuming out, unless there's orcs in here, which there shouldn't be. Hopefully, I'd hope from the amount of dead orcs out here that there aren't. Well, that's not an orc, and that's not an orc, and that's not an orc. That is that. I mean, that is. Oh no, I have to deal with Nervzim again. I have the ultimate plan. Right. Genius. Absolute. Oh, he didn't go close. Clearly, he's scared. See, he's stopped right in his tracks. Doesn't know what to do. He's not gonna take one step closer. The ultimate defense that only a hunter can achieve. Deliver a gift? You gonna give me a person? Yikes. Dude's on a rampage. Yeah, you better run. How much health do you have? Infinite? Okay, cool.
It is a sad thing to watch your lands die.
I'm so cold. So chilling.
The White Wizard has taken everything from us. The White Wizard has taken everything
Oh, we're about to go to
from
a
us.
funeral. Yeah.
The people of Forlaw gather to mourn those lost in the Battle of Shilfig, most notably their champion, Thrym Redbeard. And with him they bury
Thrym
any
is
hope of
dead. Oh my
surviving
God.
this war.
So many stones. I like Thrym. I wonder what happens if we go back to Thrym's camp though, because Forlaw had the like well, not Forlaw, the other place, Is the other place? That place that I'm gonna try and pronounce, not try and pronounce rather, that had like, you know, its before and after attack version. So I'm guessing the after attack version is slightly instanced differently, so that this is not there. Like maybe this section is just slightly differently instanced. I'd be interested to see if you had someone in a fellowship that had done that and someone who hadn't. If you would be in a fellowship, would you put in a separate layer? Or just how would it do that? Would you just disappear to one another? Or would it just go to like the most previous version of it? Like if you had someone that had done it and hadn't done it, would it go to the person that hadn't done it so it's consistent? Sort of. Right then, guess it's not consistent. Oh, I'm right here. But then it's less spoilers for the original person. Like the person who hasn't done it yet doesn't get spoiled by being brought into the after battle version. But that said, we are about, what, 3 quests away now from level 91, so that should be fun. I think at level 91 we'll jump back to 3 for a tad bit. And I want to go buy that box, as I mentioned. I'll probably just get regular armor. But if I get jewelry, I've got more to look at. But then these two aren't a thing. But yeah, this is level, like, 72. So cloaks seem quite awkward around this level, so I'll probably end up going with that to get the upgrade, because not only is it lower level, but the crafted stuff doesn't seem great. And then I think at 95 we'll just go crafted, as I said before, because now I've got most of my crafters up. I'm hoping I can get jeweler stuff sorted, and then 95 of this stuff sorted, and then I need to get a weaponsmith updated. I sort of focused on weaponsmith for a while and then didn't. And then obviously bow and sword will be first stages, but we're going to buy those for points. Is the plan. Buy those for giver brands rather. It's just, I think, the easiest way of doing it, all things considered. And if I slowly start working to it, and if I find it's probably going to be easier having them on Hunter than Champion. Grumble Cake, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Joining us at a somber time at a funeral. But yeah, I think there's some stuff like that in specifically like Angmar's roving threats with the gift giver brands. Where it's like on melee damage reflect 200% of damage, right? On melee skill, reflect 200% of damage. But obviously that's melee. But if I use but the reason I never knew that about it before is every time I previously did it, I kept dying on my champion. But every time I previously done it, I'd done it my hunter on Arkenstone, and that's just obviously you know, that's just that's ranged, so it didn't count, which is pretty nice. Was a little bit confusing why I was perfectly fine on hunter though and not on champion. I didn't think I was that bad at champion. But yeah. Trim with our tons of stones on him. That'd be fun as well, because then we can do, like, Reneborn one day. Or, no, so, like, we can do it double in a day, right? So, I can go through with, like, Reneborn the first time. And then I can make note of what locations it was in, you know, Mirkwood or Angmar or Misty Mountains or North Downs or whatever. I'll know where they are because I'll have gone through one time. I can note those down, and then I can come on to Harvellard, who is just going to be able to jump quicker between those places and just do it quicker. The reason I probably don't run Runnable first is because then in the time I'm traveling, I can actually like note it down. Whereas obviously Harvellard is a teleporty boy. So he teleports everywhere. Okay.
These are desperate
So I'm
times
to
for the
guess. No,
Rohirrim.
actually,
These are
I would have
desperate
thought that.
times for the Rohirrim.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of
These
quests.
are desperate times for the Rohirrim. I'm afraid of what is
Clearly.
happening
Oh,
to
actually,
these
wait a
lands.
minute. This is
These are
another
desperate
different
times for the
sub-quest
Rohirrim.
set.
I'm afraid of what is
Oh.
happening to these lands.
How very interesting. So that is Quest of the Fallows. And I'm gonna guess that these all count towards that. So okay. I expected it to be like a vector to somewhere else, but whilst it kind of is, at the same time it isn't. It's not even is, it just isn't. But I assume I'll get sent somewhere else soon.
These
But
are
we
desperate
will,
times for the Rohirrim.
I think, end up
I'm
going
not afraid
to
of
level 91 pretty soon. One more quest, it seems, and we're pretty much set. I love the faster run speed. It's just so much fun. Makes me not feel like I need to be on my horse every single time. What is... Oh, there's a door there. Funny how that works. Here we are.
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands.
I mean, didn't your husband just die? I'd be afraid as well. And there's that one. So we're all good. Then we just need to burn the orc bodies that came through. And what's this? To remove snow piles as well? Okay. We can do that. Yes. I too hate the snow. Remove it. But I think, you know, we sort of talked about it earlier, the whole, I'll see how I feel about Hunter, because I could get a little bit, you know, tired doing it over and over again. I still think I'll probably
These are desperate times for the
continue.
Rohirrim.
Ooh, a mirror that actually works. I don't know why that's kind of weird. I just can't think of any other time a mirror sort of actually works in the game. But I think I'm completely wrong.
Do not know.
But yeah, I feel like we might play a bit of Harvellard for like a little while, get him up to scratch and stuff. Though I can't always guarantee. It's weird, right? So I want to play Harvellard just casually, and I want to level him up. But I also don't want to like level him up 10 levels in one night because I get super into it, and then next time I stream, I'm suddenly level 100, and there's sort of no context behind it. But I also understand that that's me thinking back to like when I was recording videos specifically on characters, where I was like, my rule was everything had to be recorded on a character. Ultimately that went away with epic battles because I just did those every day. I just did an epic battle. I think I did Pelargir every day just to get those extra like jewelry pieces and just hope we got something better. But other than that, everything was recorded. I think that's sort of that mentality coming back. But hopefully, you know, I just think if I only stream a character, it does have the chance to kind of end up burning me out a tad bit on certain characters. At least with Palpatine, I said I'd probably play it only on stream, and that's fine. And I'm probably not playing it for a while now. And if I do want to play Runekeeper, I'll just play Kestor, because that's, you know, same class, just different virtues and stuff, or skill tree, which, also
I do not
I'm
know if we will
very
survive this
interested.
onslaught.
very, very interested in Redline RK recently. Ever since I've been doing my skill leads on Palpatine, and I actually had to use those like skills. I haven't even used them to battle. I've just been using them and just like, pressing random buttons and until like my, skills for the day are done. But even so, it still is very interesting and
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
yeah, it's still a very interesting
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
sort of thing. Yeah, Feyran's stream only. I haven't really played him. I'm undecided on what to do with him at the minute because I think the whole original planned, hey, we should do this like every raid thing, I think that's kind of fallen through a little bit. Just a tad. Because I can't really necessarily do it all myself, and I haven't really heard from some people in a while. So, I don't know. If I ever get back into him, I might just play him normally, or maybe play him how I originally played him, which is, the original playing him was going region by region instead of yeah, I was thinking about doing like going region by region and actually doing like everything region by region instead, and maybe not worrying about raids and stuff. Start fishing. I mean, we do need Lord of Streams. That is a thing. I need to go to Dol Amroth for that. Though I think I can do it now because as it goes, you can't progress past certain levels, right? Until you get to the next region. Dol Amroth, I think, is the final region, and I can get to Dol Amroth now as Feyrand if I wanted to. So I should be technically able to get to everything. Like, I should be able to get it now, technically. It will just take a long time. I think you can get like 5 levels a day, so it'll take like 3 weeks of farming to do, which ultimately doesn't sound too bad. What's this? Find survivors? Well, it's not quite a survivor. Oh, you are. But yeah, I might
afraid of what is happening
go to
these
65
lands.
on him soon and do whatever region's up to 65 and then go to 75 and what have you. Because the problem with waiting too long is, especially with
These
Warden,
are
I think,
desperate times for the
is if I don't
Rohirrim.
play it, I slowly forget how to play it, because it is muscle memory ultimately, but like eventually that fades away, I think. At least for the
I do
combinations.
not know
So if I don't
will
play it for like,
survive
let's
this
say a year,
onslaught.
I will probably completely know how to do it. At least where I like with Hunter, I kind of have, like, it doesn't matter ultimately what order I do stuff in. But was that a quest or a? It was a quest. But like obviously with Warden, it's a bigger deal. So is this my vector? Is this where it sent me? Like, or is it? I guess it is. I want to pick up these bags though. Backpacks are important. So I had to find
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Garsig.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
They all have their own farms? Yikes. Okay. Fine. So I gotta go to like separate farms. So one's down here and one's down here. Okay. Got our Warsteed. Oh, I got dexterous gloves of penetration. I gain agility, gain health, gain a crit, lose physical mastery. I'll hold on to them, but I don't know, right? So I need to find Red Hunter because that's kind of gonna be like a little bit of a focus for a little bit, and I think this should be fine. The stat goals: physical mastery, crit, vitality, finesse. So I'm gonna kind of assume the same for blue, for the most part. And yeah, I think physical mastery is the priority there. So I'd rather take the physical mastery over the crit. However, I still get a decent amount of physical mastery from the agility, rather, but I lose like 1,000. And also, I got this will, vitality, finesse. Okay. I'm getting a lot of armor pieces, actually. That's something I didn't think too much about. Like, that's 2 bits of armor from just, you know, from a backpack. So it's pretty it's quite a lot. So these are trainees. Yikes. Okay. And then is this? Yeah, it is that one. It's very difficult to see that kind of orangey color on that bit of the map, but it's fine. And here's where we use the most important skill that you'll ever have on a war steed is dash. I'm gonna start ending up with like just pushing this back. I'll be like, I'll get the Quest of the Fallows done real quick, and then I'll be like, oh, I'll get the next region done. But yeah, I'm not sure how long we'll stay on tonight, but can't be massively too late. But I want to get like a bit of progress done. I mean, we did get A level, which is always nice. What's your oh, you can I can take you out easy. So I nearly did. I nearly went to use my mounted combat. Blasphemy is what that would have been. I think I would have had to delete the character, turn the stream off, turn the VOD off, or delete the VOD. Start all over again. Don't know if I could have. Don't know if I could have lived with myself. Right, where's this box that I just got? There it is. 56 marks, Athelas Essence. That's actually not terrible. All things considered. Like, marks are nice. I'm a little bit lower than I would like to be. Though, I'm hoping to increase that if I start doing Bjornings again, because that's like an extra 7,500 every sort of time I do it. Which isn't the most in the world, but it's a chunk of stuff, which is always nice. And then obviously moats and everything like that. So. What am I supposed to be doing here? I'm supposed to... Ah, there he is. I thought he was just another resource node. Probably trampled right over him. Right in front of his son, without realizing. Oops. I didn't mean it, I guess. Alright. Another backpack. Let's hope, because I got a ring there, but that was Will. This area really wants you to have gear. Like, that is I'm just getting a lot of gear. That time, the one time I mentioned I'm getting a lot of gear, I don't get gear, of course. But, you know.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Cool.
These are desperate
See,
times
do I get gear
for the
from here?
Rohirrim.
Guardian's Hammer of the Third Age. Technically,
These are desperate
that is
times
gear.
for the Rohirrim.
Technically, that's gear. Not good gear. Not equipable gear. But it is technically gear. In fact, actually, is this location western? This could be a decent location to just sort of have some resource node farms from backpacks and stuff. Find Cuthbeld's farm. Looks to be right in front of us. It's actually closer than the other one was. So, I'm looking at the Red Hunter, you know, gear thing, right? Real quick, or at least, you know, going back through all these. But yeah, I'm looking at the Red Hunter gear thing, and I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it's the movement speed thing. Could be that. But it's a mace, and I don't know if I'll be able to live with myself.
I am afraid.
You know, I had the whole conversation earlier about I don't know if I can, you know, have anything but a sword. And, you know, you get the sword passive, right? Unless there's also mace in that, right? Elf bow damage. And was this one-handed sword damage, which I don't even have, which is kind of problematic. I don't even remember how to get that, but I should probably work it out. Because that is actually a problem.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
But yeah,
I am afraid of what is
wonder
happening
why
to these lands.
the mace. Like what the kind of thought process it. Because this is kind of, looks like it's kind of some old gear, but it's got Remichan, but I don't really understand. Anyway, I'm sure by the time I'm actually maxed with this character, it'll be 140 and everything will be new and then what have you, but yeah. I still want to get the, and I can already, I think already technically get it, but I want to get the gold chestplate. I currently have 39 Ithilon shards available to me. So obviously I only require, what, 25 for the gold chestplate. So I will have an extra 14 spare to do whatever I want to do with that. Started thinking about using them for the embers, but I also kind of feel like it's a bit of a waste, not gonna lie. Wow, that was a lot of quests to pick up real quick. Yeah, it does kind of feel like a waste. But I guess if you're getting a lot of them, like from missions and stuff, it probably makes more sense. I just haven't done missions for a very long time. I just kind of haven't had the time to sink into. I haven't even done stairs for a while. That's something I said I should try and do every day, and I still haven't done it for a while. Yeah. I think for a while, I ended up doing a lot of missions and then stairs and the same thing over and over again on stream. So I kind of wanted to stop doing it on stream as often and try and do some different stuff, which is why I've been playing a few different characters. I've not really touched Reneborn for a while. I think Reneborn is going to be a bit of off stream for a while. But once again, it's not like a lot of this character where if I play off stream, he'll level up significantly or whatever. It's just going to be like he's 130. And then at the end, he's 130. Grab the torch near the orc tents closest to the road. What do you want me to do with that? Burn the orc tents. Do you want me to burn stuff? I'm happy you asked. Then I gotta defeat 2 more things. Destroy 1 more of these. And then there's a quest here about raw meat and water bowls. Oh, so, okay. So I'm going to poison the stuff So then I end up killing the wargs. I did kind of say before, is it bad if I want to, like, you know, are wargs inherently bad, or is it because they're trained, you know? So, yeah, I don't know if these guys, you know, could grow up to be good, or they're just, yeah, inherently, like, gonna be evil. I'd like to think that it's just their upbringing, you know? They're not attacking me now. But, I guess this is just the way of the world. Of Middle-earth. Right, so that's done. And I'll burn these 3 down. And what else? Collect armor from Warg Riders. So I've got to take out Warg Riders as well, which is going to be fun. One of the advantages, at least now, is compared to Runekeeper, I think I have higher range, or I should have a longer range available to me, which means I can sort of not have to worry about trying to keep up as much with these Warg Riders, because they do kind of just run around in a circle, which is a tad bit annoying. Because I've got to kill 4 of them, and they just kind of run away from me. I'm pretty sure they're scared. They've seen what I've done. They know who I am. You know, they know to fear the hat. They know it's a problem. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. I've got to pick it up off the enemy. So I've now got to find the enemies. Okay. Oh, and then I've also got to kill 6 of the Warg Riders anyway. So that's another one. Yay. I should know that at least. I did remember I was here like last stream. And I remember doing the Avenging the Lost Farmers quest. Because I think I came past it. Or I definitely came past it. I can't remember exactly what quest it was. But, oh, did I pick up that? Cool. Yeah, but there's... Anyway. And I did come down here, and I did think to myself, I was like, I'm pretty sure there is more to this area. I was like, I'm pretty sure there is another quest here, or some quest chain here. And I was very confused as to why I couldn't... Like, there were no more quests. There was only this assisting the Lost Farmers. But now it makes sense. There were more quests. I did remember correctly. But... You know. I just not gotten to that point yet because I didn't do enough side stuff. Right? Oh, okay. That's what disappointment feels. Guys, probably. I was about to say that's what disappointment feels like. Oh wow! So these guys have now just got their wargs with them. That's totally not going to get confusing when I've got to work out who I'm trying to kill over here. Because yeah, they've still got. I think they've tried to respawn, but they've got to stay dead for the quest, I guess. But yeah, I read that first. I saw minor essence of physical, and I assumed physical mastery. But, well, clearly I was very disappointed from the actual truth there. Is there another Warg Rider anywhere? Or am I going to kind of have to go give in one of these and hope that they respawn? Because, I will. I just don't want to. Ultimately. Not gonna lie. It's a little bit annoying. Aha! There we are, finally. This time I was actually looking for these guys. Last time I was... kind of didn't want to deal with them, but... this time, here we are. Cool. So obviously the experience has gone down a little bit, 15,000, but it's kind of the awkward thing about this region is we're going to slowly keep leveling it up. The quests are going to stay at 85 for a while because that was level cap at the time. And then sort of next region, it will start 86, 87, you know, up to 88, I think, for the first sort of Entwade stuff. Yeah. Ultimately, though, I like that title. That's quite nice. Lottery points aren't a huge thing. The 5 Wildemort tokens could be quite nice. I don't think they are... No, they're character bound. Okay, so not too useful. I'm sure at the time they would have been. 2,000 virtual experience is probably the most important thing out of all that, because ultimately 5 lottery points, I can get 5 lottery points in about 15 minutes of playtime consistently if I wanted to. Not worth it. That's from a creation of a character.
These are desperate times
So,
for the Rohirrim.
yeah, not exactly the
these
most
lands.
difficult amount to get.
These are
Though I guess it's a
desperate
nice little
times
extra.
for the
I think the virtual
Rohirrim.
experience for this character is kind of the biggest thing, because then, yeah, we can just slowly increase the character's power, strength, determination, valor, wisdom. Don't do that. Don't want to have a hunter with wisdom. Or charity. Charity is the one that I always accidentally get really high level, because I play a character, I forget about virtues existing, and then they get a load of virtue experience, and it all goes into charity, because it's the very first one on the list. But this time I remembered. I made sure. I don't want to be made fun of again.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands. I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
Are we going to have an icy
Thrim's
man?
farm is on the verge of recovery, but the efforts of the work hands may be for naught should the Warg Riders return.
Just Warg Riders. Okay,
What
cool.
business have you with the Rohirrim?
How many quests are we on at the moment? 6 more? Okay. So I'm guessing this isn't the final bit of this. Which is fine. But I think we'll get to the end of this, like, this thing, and we might finish off for the stream. 2 hours is alright, I think, for a nighttime stream. 2 hours and a bit. It'll probably be like 2.5 by the time we get to the end of it, right? So I think 2.5 hours is nice. No, not quite 6 hours, but I think we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit with the kind of constant 6-hour streams where, you know, 6 hours is a lot. I still think 3 hours is a decently long stream, but what ends up happening is anything then that is under the normal 6 hours just feels incredibly short time for a stream. And then I'm out here doing, like, you know, 6-hour streams normally, and 12-hour streams, and 10-hour streams occasionally, and all this jazz. There was a named enemy. What's this named one? Right? Lieutenant of Nurzum. Oh, I should probably actually attack these guys. They're slowly making their way forward. They're literally... I can't even attack them. I should just kill the leader, right? You kill the leader, and then what ends up happening is they all lose their morale. Don't want to fight him. Like, if I can take him out, I take you all out. Yeah, see, so these guys are slowly, like, working their way in. But yeah, like, just let me kill you. I got another 2. In fact, I'm actually going to lay a trap. Okay. Apparently traps do not work for mounted enemies, which kind of sucks. I just feel like they never expected you to kind of do that. Unless it maybe counts as 2 separate entities where I'm technically attacking the rider, not the warg, and then I trapped the warg rider, but the warg itself was fine. That could be what I see it being. Okay. You're surrounded from all corners or all
What business
sides.
have you with the Rohirrim?
Yeah, that's the one I meant. We're surrounded. From all sides. Well. And you burnt my farm down. Well, not my farm, their farm down. I'm insulted. I kind of forgot who Nurzum was for a second. It really threw me off. I thought Nurzum was like, I don't know. To me, it felt like a name of a place almost. Like Lieutenant of Isengard, you know, that sort of thing. And then I was like, oh yeah, Nurzum is a character. Right, all they need to do is not run around in circles, and then I'm fine with the fight. Otherwise, it's just really annoying. Though I am taking a little bit of a beating, I will say that much. Well, at least we're finished with that. Is it going to teleport? Ah, cool, thank you. That's going to be like, please teleport me back here.
These lands were once so fair.
I wonder what happens if you do this after,
Watch your lands die.
like, the main quest bit where you actually fight that thing. Collect a log of wood. What, from outside or inside? Inside? I keep doing this. I just assume that this is just a fancy place to give me a quest. But no, it's actually... It wants me to put fire in the thing so we can tell me a story. Tell me a story of what's happening in Malamori. So I still don't think we're fully done. 5 more quests to go, it looks like. And then we'll probably end up going for like another location, I would assume, that it sends us to. I don't even know what other location there is, or what would be next. Because they could go in really any order, technically. Lawn Settle. Oh, okay. So they went to Dunfast. Yeah, either when the deed completes or they send us to a new location, or when both of those happen, probably at the same time-ish, then we'll finish off for the night. I will go to Bree real quick and have a look at that armor. That also empties out my moats, which means that I can start gaining moats and
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands. I'm afraid of what is happening
I can start gaining moats, which means with the Bjornings, probably start just doing Bjornings again. Just opening a bunch of loot boxes, but like one at a time. So I just like get 4, make a Bjorning, and then I'll like gather 4 more and then make another Bjorning, rather than doing a big grandiose 25 total, you know, 100 loot boxes, whatever. The last time I don't think I watched it. I'm gonna be honest though, I'm really bad at like the whole film watching thing. Like I think me and Ghost went through a load of films, and just the amount that I haven't watched kind of upsets him. A little bit. I didn't watch The Matrix till like 2017, I think. For example, I remember that one. No, not The Matrix. Sorry, not Matrix. Inception. I think I didn't watch till like 2017 or 2018. I can't remember, but it was Inception, not The Matrix. To be fair, I don't think I watched The Matrix till like 2015, 16. So not too much more. It's not that I don't want to watch him. I just feel like so. There's sort of like, you know, when you know the twist. Like I've never fully officially watched Avatar, the James Cameron Avatar. All right, I've never watched it. I've seen bits. But I know the whole story, and I know the twists, and I know, you know, how it ends. Which kind of makes me not, like, as fussed about watching it, in a sense. I know it's, like, the experience, but I'm like, if I already know the story, I'm not going to be surprised by anything, and that's kind of like, you know... Yeah, I'd say the game is very, you know, real to the books, or very, I can't think of the word, but like, from what I actually have been told and understand, it's actually more true to the books than the movies are in a lot of cases. But it does pretty much follow just the whole story. Sort of parallel, so obviously, like, I'm doing my own thing right now, but Frodo's taking the ring. I don't even know where Frodo would be technically at this point, since I'm kind of out of sync with the main story at the moment. But yeah, it's very true to Lord of the Rings. So I'd say if you're very into Lord of the Rings, it's certainly a good game to play. But I think it's also benefits in the fact you don't have to be a massive Lord of the Rings fan to enjoy it as well. There isn't a scenario with Smaug. Smaug in the game is a pile of bones. There's epic battles, which is sort of like Helm's Deep and Pelargir and Helm's Dyke, that kind of stuff. They did kind of give up with that a little bit. I do hope there's more epic battles. I did enjoy them, but they haven't really done much with that in a while. Right now it's Gundabad, so it's not quite main story stuff, like, you know, Fellowship kind of stuff, but, you know, Aragorn's king at this point, so, you know, the ring's destroyed, so we don't really need ring stuff at the minute. I think it would be interesting if they did some like Hobbit stuff more so than Lord of the Rings stuff, right? So if they went and back and you could have some, like, even some session play stuff of just, because I know when the Hobbit came out they did some Hobbit stuff, right? Because that's what the what is it, the what, I can't think of how do buttons work. Okay, I forgot every hotkey for a second. That's where the Road to Erebor stuff is from what I've been told, my understanding of the whole situation. So I'm thinking, well, if you do, hope you enjoy. I've been playing for many years, and probably still the game I play most. Probably the game that I play the most, just overall. But I also say that LOTRO is the one game that I like. I'm really bad at playing games, or at least like consistently playing games. So LOTRO is like the one game that actually keeps me coming back, like 9 years later. Compared to sometimes I will download a game, and in the course of me downloading the game, I will then no longer want to play that game. Even if it's like 20-minute download. It's bad. It's a flaw of myself. But yeah. Oh, did we complete a deed? Did I see a deed completed? No, Quest of the Fallows. Okay, cool. But we should complete it here. And then I think we're done for the stream. Oh yeah. I know it's a bit of a shorter one. Two and a bit hours. 2 hours, 20 minutes. Maybe 2.5 hours by the time we're properly fully done and I don't ramble near the end. But ultimately,
I am afraid.
I think we
what
got
is
some
happening
good
to
stuff
these
achieved,
lands.
you know?
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Right.
I am afraid.
Can I just
of what is
go
happening
back
these
to
lands.
there? And is that them all
I do
completed?
not know
I think it is.
if we will survive this onslaught.
So I'm guessing after this, it'll be like, hey, by the way, I'd like you to go to where was the thing? Dunfast. Is it Dunfast? It's done something. And go there and get us some help. Thanks. Okay, bye. Also, I just realized something very worrying. And I need to immediately fix this problem, which we'll go do in a second.
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands.
These lands were once so fair.
These are desperate
It's a
times for
session
the
play.
Rohirrim.
Not gonna lie, don't really want to do a session play, but I'll do it to finish off our stream. However, the appearance thing is our biggest issue. We clearly need the Steed of the Ash Plains version of the horse, because there is clearly no better version of the steed. Just saying, I love it. So I'm gonna go do this session play, and yeah, then that's, I think, our like perfect stop off point for quests. We'll go grab the item. My game just crashed. Right, maybe that's just telling me that I should stop. I don't know what happens if your game crashes during a session play, but I guess we'll find out next time I log in. Maybe, I think this is just the world telling me, hey, you shouldn't do that. So I'm going to stop. I'll probably do that one on my own at some point, or maybe next time we log into stream, possibly tomorrow, then we go. But yeah, it's like 3:30 in the morning, so I should probably go to sleep, and then like I should get up in time to go to work, hopefully. No, I should be fine. But yeah, I think that was a message from the game to go sleep, and yeah, then I've hopefully got enough energy by the end of work tomorrow to then come back and stream tomorrow night, roughly at the same time, and we should all be good. So thank you all for coming along. Hope you all had a good stream, good night, evening, morning, whatever time it is for you. If you haven't yet, if you want to see more streams, the follow button will let you know when I go live, because it is a bit sporadic at the minute. Or the Discord channel as well, which should be below the stream, also has notifications when we go live, or when a video goes up as well, which is hopefully more consistent now. Anyway, enough rambling on. I'm going to go. See you later. Bye-bye.